Welcome to DogStar. Each week we sit down with a star of rap and R&B, and this week we have the pleasure of sitting down with Avery.
How you doing?
What's good?
Avery20Ga on Instagram. It's a pleasure to be sitting down with you.
Not your typical photographer.
Exactly.
And we will
100%.
get into that. But we really appreciate you coming by DogStar Studios.
Thank you for having me. With the whole setup and everything, super official. Like,
we know you're typically behind the camera, but we got you in front of the camera. We're about to give fans and give supporters a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, I try to do it like once a year, show my face. So this is
a wellness check.
Yeah, facts. People think I'm alive, and yeah, I'm okay. I'm not crazy. Like,
alive and well and staying very, very busy.
Yeah.
I try to. We'll make sure to make the most of this time that you're out in the world for everybody. But let's start your story at the beginning.
Rewind.
Are you from Minnesota? Born in Minnesota?
Yeah, born in St. Paul.
Okay.
Like East St. Paul, Dayton's Bluff area.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Very 100%. Cool. And growing up, did you grow up with brothers and sisters, or who was in the house you were growing up with, and any creative influences within your household?
No, big facts. Actually, shout out my sister. She's like the only reason I am creative or care about art.
Whoa,
100%. That's like my sensei. Big facts.
And 100%. what mediums was she dabbling in?
Everything. Like she could sing, she could paint, like draw. She now does like alternative art stuff and makes art pieces.
Okay.
Like even what she's working on right now, my sister is smart as 110. Like people think I'm smart. I just know some facts. Like that's about it. Like she is intelligent, and like the way she even thinks through the symbols she even uses for her brand, One Trill Being, and like the people she's even worked with. Like she did a set for or an album set, like the cover art. For Greg Grease's album, or one of them. I forgot which one, but yeah, like my sister is super dope, 100%.
Wow. And extremely influential.
Yeah, noticing 100%. That early on. That
she put me on to like rock music and like Fall Out Boy, like My Chemical Romance and everything.
Oh yeah,
like heavy on like R&B. Like I didn't even grow up like liking rap or hip hop at all. Like it was definitely R&B, 110%. Shout out Corinne Bailey Rae. Big fact.
but have that, I'll call it creative role model. So close within the same household. That is huge.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's a rare thing, or at least people don't pay attention to their siblings like that. And I definitely, like, after she got done beating me up, then like I definitely appreciated her 110%.
Was she cool with you also wanting to be artistic, or was that kind of her thing and she didn't want you to do it?
Nah, she was all for it. Like she's one of my biggest like supporters. She's like I call her my manager, 110%. She gotta keep me on like track most times. I get on tangents a lot. So no, she's an admin manager. She's a lot of the business side of Avery 20Ga, 110%, and the creative. So she's like the direction of a lot of things I do, or like a sounding board for a lot of ideas I have.
That's cool. Was there projects you were working on together as a kid? I mean,
nah. Like I didn't really get into like I've always liked photography, and I took my like mom's digital camera because we took a lot of vacations and took a lot of like landscape photos and stuff like that. Like I got a dope photo of the Louvre, 110% that I took like way back when. So I liked photography, but I was more into sports. So I didn't really get into artistic stuff probably like till like 5, 6 years ago.
Oh, whoa.
Interesting.
Yeah. So what were you playing through school? Yeah. What sports?
Actually I didn't play any sports in school. I wasn't really allowed. I played like football my senior year.
Okay.
But then after school, I eventually like played JUCO. I played lifetime ball a lot, like ultimate hoops and shit like that. So I like to tell people that was like my high school stats and shit. But then I played 2 years JUCO, and then after that I could have played like at River Falls, but I just chose the school route, and I had a couple kids, 100%, and then I stopped with basketball, picked up a camera. Pretty much.
What did you end up going to school for?
At first it was education, but then it turned into philosophy because the teachers were striking and there was some tweaky. So I switched it to philosophy, but then that was around COVID. So that was like a horrible like time period to do that. And like around, especially being out here, I went to Hamlin, the George Floyd stuff. Like I swear my first year of school there was like strictly all about that. And nobody really talked about anything else kind of in the classes. Like, so that was kind of annoying, like paying that much money to not learn anything. So yeah, that's basically...
But no classical photography classes throughout the years? Or?
I did one class, photography class, when I went to Metro State. Way cheaper, 110%.
What was that class?
Shout out Beth. Beth is a dope photography teacher, digital media teacher.
At MSU there?
Yeah, okay. Or at Metro, yeah. So that was the only class I took. And it's only because they gave you a camera.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that was dope. Like took a lot of photos of there, and that kind of like solidified me doing it professionally.
Yeah, but always, I mean, I'm just hearkening back to the vacation photos. Always had an eye. Always was a bit of a shutterbug.
And something must have told you to take that class, the photography class, out of all
camera.
The classes.
That was it. Like I couldn't buy. I was shooting on my phone.
So you were taking pictures before the class.
Yeah.
So what got you into taking pictures again?
Oh, actually, it was cover arts for the Always Fire playlist.
Nice.
Like I needed like photos that I owned, and so like I took a bunch of like street photos of like Minneapolis and St. Paul. And kind of like mixed them in the playlist and like that. So that kind of got me onto like, oh, I just need an actual camera and I could just do this. But then like the class made me like think that it was deeper than that, and like looking up other Beth put me on Gordon Parks, photographer who came out here 100%, and like he influential, and like Roy I say his last name all wrong all the time, De Carvea, De Carava, something like that. He's cold as he's a photographer from Harlem. I think he's the most influential photographer to me. Like I love what Gordon Parks did business wise, but like the philosophy behind the photo, like Roy was that, he was that dude 110%.
Yeah, let's get into that. I mean, even in hearkening back to the early days of lithographs and photography, why take a photo? Why do you capture moments in time?
See, it's about that, capturing moments. Like I think a lot of people either forget a lot of things that happen, or like it's written down but nobody can like imagine it. And I think photos, especially when they came on the scene, like people were like, wait, I can steal this moment in time. And actually when I started photography and like came over my website, I had a slogan, which I took off because it was kind of corny. But it was robbing life of his precious moments.
I don't think that's corny at all. That's
like,
dope.
I mean, yeah, but I really think it's like life gives you so many moments that people just take for granted. And sometimes you have to be in those moments to truly experience it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like, you just can't capture it in a way you see it in your head. And with photography, like I do strictly black and white. I love the contrast because it kind of defines life of like, things are black and white. There are some gray areas in life, but at the same time, there's either this thing or that thing most of the time. Get pitted with these two options.
Yeah.
And I feel like with those two options, you can create so many different other things through those that people can't, or I wouldn't say they can't, they don't want to realize that they're seeing. Because even Beth said one time in class, like, how many photos did everybody see today? Like, raise your hand if you've seen a photo. And only like a few people did. And she's like, well, most people are lying because you've seen a photo like probably 1,000 times before you even got to class.
Right.
And it's so true because like even on your phone, you're flicking through photos, advertisements, like anything, like even mental photos people take of like a phone number. Like, oh, I got to remember this. Like those are like precious things or important things to kind of not take for granted.
Yeah, to hold on to, for sure. I mean, I thought it was really weird, you know, during the digitization of everything, you know, we had bins of photos growing up, bins of family photos, and now it's all maybe 1 or 2 SD cards, or it's just all on the cloud at this point.
And the second kid always gets the end of the stick. I got no photos of me. My sister got so many. It's like she's a baby model. Like, what the fuck?
So I'm trying to remember if the early Always Fire playlists were in black and white. Has that always been your thing?
No, I shot color for a bit. Like, especially when I started, when I got my camera myself. I got a grant actually from out here, just shooting like nature photos.
Nice.
And talking about like just making 4 stories or whatever. And they threw me like $1,000.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's huge.
Minnesota got a lot of money in the art scenes. They just don't like certain things. You got to kind of fit into their buckets a little bit.
Interesting.
And then the money's there 100%. So
were you getting into the arts before the Always Fire? Or was that really kind of the gateway into all of it?
that was kind of the gateway into like everything, or even me like wanting to be outside in the scene of music. Because I always liked the music part of it.
Yeah.
But I just like didn't connect that I can like drive downtown and be at a show and meet these artists. Cause like my first CD that I bought for my car was Rocky Diamonds and Cookies, or Aliens, I think. I don't know what he went by now, but yeah, they were at the mall just handing out like CDs. And I was like, dope, I'll take 2.
All right.
Got 2 mixtapes and I bumped them. I'm like, these dudes are hardest. And yeah, that got me like just wanting to go downtown. And also my sister, she's engaged to a producer, engineer, like everything. Like Trey's dope. But they took me to my first show, and it was The Rotation with Dwynell, Reason, Devin Reason, and somebody else. I forgot the third person. My bad. But that was like at Ice House's like first or old venue in the basement.
Whoa, dang.
Yeah, and I remember that. I'm like, this is like Minnesota like can do this. Because my whole family's from Chicago, so seeing people come out of Chicago, like that's like a normal thing. But I'm like, Minnesota can do this too. So yeah, I tried to dip and dabble, and then like now I'm here, I guess.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so you were seeing all this cool local music and you wanted to share it with people, shine a light on it. Like, what was the motivation behind making the playlist?
Just like that there was good hip hop here, other than like, and it's controversial, but atmosphere is good, 100%. But some people
ain't the best.
Yeah, some people don't. Some people think that doesn't represent true hip hop in a sense. So yeah, I wanted to show like there was people out here who actually rap and actually could rap. Like I remember the first few people I put on a playlist was like Father Romir now, but Daddy De Niro, Jay Plaza, the whole group, 100%. Who else? It was Tay Supreme.
Yeah.
I had Juice Lord, of course. I can't think of his name.
That's no pressure, but yeah.
Heavy hitters.
Yeah, heavy hit, like Louis Blaze, like good people who are still doing music here today. And yeah, I just didn't think anybody like gave them their shine at the time. But besides like Wiseman, I'll give them a shout out 100%. Because they were doing their due diligence 110%. But besides that, yeah, there wasn't a lot of people just focus on the music. So yeah, I just wanted to make playlists, realized like it could connect me with a lot of artists. Then that got me into like management stuff for artists, and like it's a lot of different avenues the playlist thing has like taken me, and like the people I've met. Cause like my whole goal even for the playlist was to or is to still get it connected and collaborated with Apple Music.
Yes.
And have like a straight like kind of streamline for artists like up and coming artists or new artists. To have like Apple playlisting and mine be a accredited Apple playlist itself.
That is
because like Always Fire is built to represent local music scenes. So that's why it's Always Fire 651. So you can move it to any city. Just put your zip code in.
That's tight.
That is the plan. But I don't got the money for it yet. So,
but the fact that you have that vision and the fact that you have that passion is a big reason why you're sitting down here today. We really dig the way you've been able to navigate, pivot, but also collaborate with everyone along the way during your career.
Appreciate that.
So seriously, thank you again for just sitting down with us.
No, hey, no problem. I with y'all 100%. I think it was the first few episodes. I'm like, who are these two white dudes? Like, and it wasn't the wise men. And I'm like, wait, no, they actually are dope. They give good interviews.
Hey,
and no shots or anything, but like you guys, even with the research you do of like asking artists real questions and not like feeding into like the egos they have, but actually breaking them down and be like, no, who are you as an artist? Because being an artist is a big thing in Minnesota itself, whether it's like bluegrass, whether it's folk music or anything else. Like Minnesota just cares about who is the artist, because Bob Dylan couldn't even sing most times, like, but his ass is like one of the greatest artists in the world.
Hey, that means a lot coming from you. Thank you so much. We're fans first, so it means a lot
also
to get that feedback. We got to take a break in about 2 minutes.
All right.
I wanted to ask you very, very briefly, or maybe we can tease it before the break if it's a little bit too complex of a question to get into.
All right.
Do you have any advice for anyone artistic, but let's hone in on photographers, videographers, people who have that eye, have that passion for capturing the moment? Do you have any advice on time management, especially during the early years? Because some people, it's like, all right, I work 40 hours a week. I'm gonna do 5 hours after every shift, and it's like, well, that might not be, realistic. Damn. Do you have any advice for easing yourself into a creative endeavor?
That's a good question. I do have a short answer, but I think the long answer is way more inspirational.
Hey, I like that. We got 1 minute till we got to take a break. If you're not following him, please follow.
Exactly.
Facts.
Instagram, Avery20Ga, Avery20Ga.
That's on everything, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
If you Google it, I've been working a lot on SEO.
Yes.
Shit. If you Google it, it'll something pop up.
Boom, boom. The website is the same, Avery20Ga. Always Fire is the Instagram, ALWAZEFIRE651 on Instagram. And then you can look up the playlist on Spotify as well, right?
No, I'm actually biased or a little racist against Spotify. So.
Oh, you're done with them.
Yeah. I don't like how Spotify pays their artists just in general.
Or doesn't.
Like contract, yeah,
barely.
100%.
Yeah, you can hardly call it
There's
that.
a lot of payola in Spotify that hasn't, or payolas for the radio, but it should just be attached on whatever the Spotify is doing. So, but yeah, I like Apple Music.
I was going to say Apple Music.
More structured.
And soon to be officially sanctioned Apple Music.
Yeah, that's
huge.
100%.
We will be right back with photographer, manager, multi-hyphenate, philanthropist, Avery here on DogStar.
Follow us, DogStar Podcast, and stick around for after the break. We got a lot more good stuff. Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Bow wow. Welcome back to DogStar.
We're sitting down with Avery20Ga, Avery himself, 20
gauge.
My bad. And swearing now after we just told you not to swear anymore. Oh man.
Got you frazzled.
We've been talking about the early days of your artistry, the shift into photography, your preference nowadays towards black and white photography, and the origins of the Always Fire local Minnesota podcast playlist. Excuse me.
Yeah, it could be a podcast at some point, but I just don't want to. Most of you artists out here need a manager. That's the nicest way of putting it.
And you briefly mentioned, I forget if it was on camera or off camera, that artist management opportunities came from some of your creative endervors.
Yeah,
wow.
100%.
Were you managing any artists for a time?
Not managing, like,
or advising,
specifically.
maybe?
I was more advising and like giving, like, I thought of myself like as a local A&R. 100%.
Yeah, that's a good way
because like I loved getting in studio sessions with a lot of people. And like even I think one of my bigger studio sessions was with Kenny Mac and another dude I'm forgetting his goddamn name. God dang name.
No worries.
But it was the studio Nimic Revenue goes to.
Oh, so friend of the show.
Like, yeah, and she like in passing like got to talk with her and everything like that, and I was like, she signed to Def Jam. What the? I'm really out here. So in my head, I was like, all right, what do A&Rs do? And it's just helping people with music, whether that's getting the studio time and the music side of it or life side of it. Whether it's like helping with creative blocks, being a driver to some people, like just being there to talk, like smoke with people, like
being a muse, or a muse when you need to be.
To be. But I think I should get some credits in some people's shit. But that's either here or there.
No, yeah,
that's so cool though. And being, whether you know it or not, living local Minnesota hip hop history.
Yeah.
Even being in those studios, being in these hallways, being in some of those early shows.
Yeah. It's a cool thing I think Minnesota does, and we just on ourselves a lot and say like, oh, Minnesota hasn't popped. Minnesota has been popping like since dawn of time, 100%. Like now we're on the music, and still since like the 80s, we've had motion out here. Just people don't like to branch out, or people don't like to involve certain other cliques to their clique, and
it does seem very cliquey, like compartmentalized.
Yeah, it's like Mean Girls out here. 100%.
Hey, that's a good way. You heard him.
Yeah,
it is like Mean Girls. Y'all got to work together.
100, and everybody wants to get on a podcast and say like, "Oh yeah, we need to work together," but they're probably the main ones not like working with anybody else. So I'm like, what the like, or frick. Sorry.
Can you speaking of working together, can you tell us about collaborating with the photographer? So let's say you go to a shoot and the client has hired multiple photographers. How do you communicate with them? Can you tell us about an early experience maybe?
This is why I'm a different photographer. I don't talk to anybody.
Fly on the wall.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Like if you're shooting the same artist, like I treat it like basketball. Like we're on the court. Like let's hoop. Like 100%. At the end of the day, we can go picture to picture, see what
play horse, right?
Yeah, see who's really like good at this. And like a lot of people don't like that. So I don't really talk a lot to people when it comes to like shows.
Right.
If an artist has me out, like say Dwinell, I shoot for Dwinell a lot, and if he has me at a show, he definitely has other photographers there, depending on even the lineup or like him himself.
Right.
He's been doing this for a long time. So when I get there, it's more like we wave, whatever. If we talk, we talk, but that's not my main focus. Right. Yeah, because I'll either, for any shoot I do, whether it's an artist, whether it's like behind the scenes work for a movie or whatever, like I'll come 30 minutes early to scope out the spot. So I know like, all right, the sun's coming down on this side. Like, all right, this is where I can get a good photo. All right, I might get a good photo or a shadow of this. Like, so I'm pre-thinking a lot. So I just don't even like to talk to people because they're not even thinking about taking photos. A lot of photographers get to a shoot and they're just like, all right, it's another shoot, or they're like in the actual like event themselves, if that makes sense. Like they want to talk to everybody and be cool. Yeah. And there's times to network, don't get me wrong,
right? It's part of it.
But. Yeah, but did you get a good photo? And I think a lot of photographers like go into a shoot thinking they're gonna get a good photo, either get too drunk, get too high, get whatever, get too like comfortable with people, and they leave it and they're like stressing because they didn't get a good photo. And sometimes like people's photos are oversaturated or overexposed or like, and I'm like, you should have hired me.
Right.
Just saying. But but a lot of people are super dope out here too. Like I can't lie. Like there's a lot of good event photographers out here. 100%. Like even Bump Opera. He's a person like, there's a lot of people who weren't doing black and white the time I like switched to it.
Right.
So that's why I kind of chose it and like learned it and researched it and like studied myself up on black and white, because it's not just turning a filter over,
right,
or like just desaturating everything and turning the vibrance down.
It's the light.
There's like techniques to this shit, and like I shoot on manual, so it's not like auto is setting my aperture, like my exposure, ISO and shit.
You're
like,
fine tuning.
I'm doing
everything.
All of that. Yeah, so that's also what I'm thinking about too. Cause like back in the day, like photographers would go around with like a card. Like it would be a whole like math equation
to like with the light meter and everything.
Yeah, or light meter, but then also your aperture with shutter speed and your ISO. Like there's a triangle you can like map out that kind of teaches you what you can do to have a good photo. Whoa. Not a great photo though. And that's why I don't with auto, because it'll get you there. It'll get you a good photo if you need, but like manual, that's where you're like a painter in that sense. It's like you got to have the right settings to get this photo.
Yeah.
You can't just pop it in Photoshop and do it after. Like you can. There's a lot of good editors out here, but not good photographers.
And have you had much experience outside of maybe the classroom with film photography, like with shooting 35?
Nah, shout out film photographers. I don't f with film, like not yet. I want to create my own darkroom and like actually like develop my photos to do film photography, because I don't want to send it out.
Exactly.
Like I don't like showing people my photos before I get to see them. So sending off my roll, like it gives me hives or some shit. Like I wouldn't be comfortable with that.
Exactly. Jenny at West Photo doesn't need to see these.
Yeah, facts. Like get off my get off my stuff. But at the same time, like I have the utmost respect for film photographers and videographers of film or digital. Like I can't do what they do, and I give them respect for that. 100%.
No, that's huge.
Because they can't do what I do.
Right.
Big
yeah,
facts.
you definitely are, killing it with the black and white. And you were saying that you went to it before it was like maybe a way to stand out. What was it about black and white photos that like where you were like, this is where I can shine, and this is something I really like?
Yeah.
Like what's different? What's the difference besides the technical? Like what do you think it?
Are you colorblind?
Can you express yourself differently with the
good story
with the black and white?
So honestly, it was more about it's the philosophical side of it. So like I had outside of photography and everything else, I like made a LLC, like a consulting LLC called Black Box Testing, and it goes back to a philosophy of black and how black is always, or it gets marketed as like bad, dirty, evil, scary, or whatever. But black back in the day, like from the original term of black, it actually meant shiny. Yeah, or like sparkling, or I forgot the word, but yeah, shiny.
Wow.
So that got me thinking of like, yeah, black is like, you need a certain shine, or you need light to even comprehend what is black in a sense. And it just got me deeper on that. And like so many photos that I've seen, like by Roy or Gordon Parks, the dark parts of the photo, there's still so much information in that. And it like, it's dark for a reason, or to help like with the composure or composition, or it just has a deeper meaning to it. And I feel like that goes away when you add colors. You really get distracted, or people get the wrong message with colors. Because a red to me can mean something different to you. Like, do you know a rapper named IDK?
Local?
IDK?
No, he's from Virginia or DMV area.
Okay.
But on one of his albums, he has a line in there, was asking his friend, like, what is blue? And he's like, oh, well, this is, and he stops him. He's like, nah, don't give me something that looks blue or something that normally is blue. Describe blue. And like, you can't. And like, blue means something to everybody else. And if somebody is colorblind, I met a few colorblind people just walking in the streets, and they would even tell me like, yeah, I can't see yellows. I'm like, that's fascinating. So if I had a photo and showed it to somebody, they might not even see the yellow that I just focus so much on. And like, this is the whole subject of the photo. So I think black and white speaks to a lot of people in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, I mean, even on the physiological level, everyone, I mean, other than a severely blind person, unfortunately, but everyone can see a black and white photo, which I think is another level of the layers of black and white photography, at least how you've been explaining it to us.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's what I've even researched and like dove in on, of like how other photographers see black and white.
Yeah.
Because Ansel Adams is a really like famous black and white photographer, but people are like, oh, he only shoots landscapes. And I'm like, no, do you research where he's shooting it? Like, do you know the history behind it? And maybe that's the first time me even saying that, but I think of people's photos like that. Like, there's a reason why somebody took a photo of this kid.
Right.
It might be somebody's kid who's like royalty, or like whatever the case is. Like, that's how I see some paintings. Because painters are a big influence of my photography, 100%,
Really?
especially
Okay.
with editing. I call that like digital painting for photographers. Because like Descartes or Caravaggio, you know, West Side Guns album covers, Pray for Paris. The painter who did those, I think it's Caravaggio. I might be saying it wrong, but that painter is so cold on the depth and like the way light bounces off of things. Like it's really like some Leonardo DiCaprio, or not DiCaprio,
Da Vinci.
Yeah, Leonardo da Vinci shit.
And DiCaprio.
That man is amazing.
Or
His,
the
acting,
directors of
100%.
photography who light Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, facts. But even the way like they paint light and how interactive it is with everything, that's how I see photos.
Whoa.
And black and white just like accentuates the contrast that light gives you. And I love like natural light, so that's why I do a lot of street photography. But there's like in studios, if you like, I like to f around in the MCAT studio and mess with different lights because they got some expensive stuff, 110%. So like studio photography lighting is so, I think it's too perfect sometimes. Like you will get a line down somebody's face and it literally looks like it disappeared.
Whoa.
So, but that can happen with sunlight too.
Right.
But sometimes the like sunlight doesn't work with you, and like you got to know how to work
You
it.
play with it.
Yeah, and studio photographers can't do that.
Now,
They
do you
trash.
ever, and forgive me, is when you turn up the saturation in pose that make it black or make it less colored?
In post, yeah.
Do you ever watch a show or a movie intentionally in black and white? Like, do you turn it?
No.
Turn the colors off just to look at if they're even paying attention to the shot.
That actually, you just put me on some game. That would actually help with color or tracking the colors to black and white or grayscale. Because a blue in black and white is different from a green in black and white.
Totally.
And that's what a lot of people miss out on. Because like photos I shoot in RAW. So the photo comes out in color. Right. Don't tell anybody that. But I shoot in a monochrome setting.
Okay.
So if I print it out in JPEG, it's black and white. What I see on my camera is black and white. So that's how I kind of study colors in a bit. So I don't watch TV shows as much as like, if I see like this bright green field with yellow flowers, I'll take out my camera and just be looking in black and white
Yeah, exactly.
at the field and being like, all right, this is how the light kind of messes with yellows and greens.
That's how it reads. Yeah. That's so interesting. He don't think like other photographers. I like that. I like
100%. A lot of people can't mess with me. 110%. There's only a few. And a lot of people I think I've influenced to become, like not become black and white photographers, because I don't think anybody's made that like stance, really. But just to dip into black and white more and kind of study it more and appreciate it more. Because there was people like when I first started off, they're like, "Oh, you put a filter on." I'm like, "Nah, like, actually, I didn't even edit this one." And they're like, "Wait, what?
How,
what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, and I'm shooting on this." Like, 100%.
And what could you share with our audience? What camera you are?
Oh
shooting
yeah,
with?
I got I'll show the camera. Got a Canon Rebel T7. Like, yeah, it's just an EF mount with an 18 to 55 milliliter lens.
Is that your go-to lens?
No, actually, my go-to lens is my sniper.
Your super long one?
Yeah, that was a 75 to I think like 300 millimeter lens.
Whoa.
I hate being by people, and I hate shooting people, to be honest. Like, I like a scene or like when nobody's there.
Back to that fly on the wall, you know,
Yeah.
kind of just floating through life.
Yeah, and my sniper scope, that was so beautiful.
What's the next level up?
From that one?
Yeah.
A telescope, like the ones you see in NFL.
Oh, like on the sidelines, the
Yeah.
huge
The one with the
ones.
anything that got a handle on it is crazy. Like,
Man.
they're looking at your pores when they shoot that. Like, I seen somebody come to a graduation with one of those, and they're in the front row. I'm like, what the hell are you shooting?
Oh, I'm just looking at their boogers. Yeah.
Pretty much, or their hair follicles, because those are crazy. And I wish I had one of those, but that's where you get into like $10,000 lenses, and like you need a camera mount for that lens or an attachment. And
Versus just
you can
being
get
able to
lost.
slide in, multiple lenses in one bag versus having the special separate
like some photographers go 2 camera bodies. Some people go 3. I feel like if you go over 3, you're crazy. Like, I think you should get robbed if you go over 3.
But imagine
100%.
back in the day where people had like 5, 6.
No, back in the day, they just had 1. Like that, and I think those were the real troopers. Like sports photographers back in the day, especially on film. Oh my God, like that had to be horrible. 100%. My camera was broke one time.
Oh no!
And it actually made me like have to shoot like a film photographer. Because right when I turned it on, it would take a photo. So like literally I was at the marathon. I was shooting for the marathon and my camera was broke. I still got paid. But my camera was broke and I literally was turning it on. Like I measured my focus and then turned it on, took a photo, and it wouldn't show me the photo. It would just keep trying to take more photos or focusing. So I had to turn it off. Turn it on for a photo, turn it off, turn it on for a photo.
Oh.
And that was some training right there.
But being 100%. Able to, stay on your feet in the moments, being able to pivot throughout your career, that's huge. We are sitting down with your new favorite photographer, Avery, here on DogStar.
Gotta take another break. The Instagram is Avery20Ga, Avery20Ga, and at Always Fire, ALWAZE Fire 651. Follow us, DogStar Podcast.
We're going to be right back talking what artists you've worked with here in the Twin Cities, what's coming up in 2026, and more here on DogStar.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Stick around. Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Welcome back to DogStar.
We're sitting down with Avery of the Instagram page Avery20Ga and the Always Fire Instagram, which has the playlist. And then, is it a blog too, or a magazine as well, or what?
Oh yeah, we're doing a magazine. I've hired. I am paying them, but not a lot. I've hired like a team, small team, to like we've been doing interviews of local artists, but not about themselves, or kind of about themselves, but not about their music. It's more about their mind, of like the things they are passionate in. Because I've seen a lot of artists, like even locally in different markets, they are choosing different avenues to kind of go down. And I feel like that's a beautiful thing for local artists to do, like even money wise or revenue wise to do, but it also shows you a different side of you rather than your music. So you can keep your music how you want to keep it, but then show this other side of you.
Exactly.
So a lot of people have like interests and mindsets. So I've already interviewed about like 10 people already now. And the ones that have gotten on the magazine are 33 Max, and Leroy Curriculum.
Yep.
And the latest issue was QT and Julia Wheaton.
Sick.
And her, man, that woman is a pop star, 100%. I've never got so many Spanish words on a post. Like, they really love her out, or not Spanish, Portuguese. They really love her in Brazil, like 100%. Like, yeah, so that was an amazing interview, even monetary wise, or not monetary, because I'm not making money off Instagram right now.
Is there like a similarity between, because you do the interviews for the magazine, right?
Yeah.
Do you think capturing something in a similar way that you're capturing things when you take pictures? Like, is that interview do you find similarities in that?
That's a tough question. Yeah, 100%. I think it's deeper than the topic, right? With the interviews, and same with the photos, it's deeper than just a photo, that I like to say. So with the interviews, it's an audio interview. It's not video. It's not anything like they need to like dress up for it or whatever. But at the same time, the audio is not going out. The audio is like a reference to the write-up. And then I do a write-up, and then I pass to one other writer we have. They do a write-up, and then we go through a scan, or can't think of the word we call it. But a filter, a filter system of like, we need keywords in there, or take out some words and stuff like that. Fine tune it. Yeah. So it goes through that system, and like, I think it gives a different, like a deeper narrative or a deeper perspective of the artist. Because a lot of the times the artist always is talking about their music, unless they come on a podcast. But a podcast is really about the interviewer, if they can actually ask the question to get them to open up their mind.
Right.
So I like the kind of buffer I have from the audio to the write-up.
Exactly.
Because the artist can do and say whatever they want, and we can get on to different topics, but I'm only using what the topic of the magazine is.
Right, what's driving it forward.
Yeah,
exactly.
and so that does leave a lot of room for like returning for another interview or making, I know Julia's like, I only made half of the audio into that write-up.
Wow.
Now we got plans to do another write-up
part
later
two.
on. Yeah,
Sick.
100%. So yeah, it's way deeper than a lot of like, oh, I'm just trying to get this person to get views and get paid. Like, I have not been paid off of anything of Always Fire at all. 100%.
When you're looking at projects, whether like when you're looking at jobs to take, whether they're paid or unpaid, whether it's for music or for the philanthropic work you do, what do you look for in the gig? Do you look for an organization you support? Or are you just looking for, you know, is there something within you that drives you? What helps your selection process?
Comes with morals. Like, I say a lot of wild stuff on Instagram, but I got morals, 110%. Like anything with kids, like youth is a big thing for me, and like education.
Definitely.
Like, definitely. So I volunteer shoot for the Sani Foundation actually for the last 3 years at their gala at the River Center. So even photography wise, that's been like a learning lesson and challenge.
Yeah.
Because it's like the first year I didn't know they were gonna turn all the lights off. So I was like, oh crap. Yeah, 100%. So first year pictures are like here or there, they're kind of spotty, but after that, that's when I kind of switched into black and white. So they kind of been getting blessed. I can't lie, because I wanted to charge them so much, 100%.
Wow.
They got some money. I've heard these silent auctions.
Oh yeah.
Man. But at the same time, what they're doing for St. Paul in general is just beautiful work. So anything like that, like what other free work? Oh, I volunteer for a company out here called Safe Hands Rescue. I shoot their dogs sometimes.
Oh,
Cute. They rescue dogs from like Kentucky and stuff like that. So animals, I have a soft spot for.
And you're shooting dogs with a camera, people, if you're just tuning in. A camera.
Yes. I do call it hunting sometimes when I take photos, but nobody's dying at all, 100%.
No,
I've shot some overdoses, I think. But I don't know if they died or not.
But extremely commendable to know, you know, that your morals, your ethics drive your creative endeavors, which I think show in a lot of these photos, in these interviews, in the playlists. It's a reflection of your environment and
appreciate
how beautiful and dark it is. And
yeah, it gets dark sometimes. I can't, like figuratively and metaphorically.
Exactly.
100%. Because I think the notion of death and like blackness is like very skewed, and it's gotten marketed in an evil way, so to speak. Because I think black is a very beautiful thing, and I'm not even talking about the people of black. Right. Just the color in general. Like, it's a very beautiful color, and it can come in so many different varieties and hues and shades that people don't really appreciate. You know, so. And I do have a plan for like later on in life to switch the whole black thing to white and kind of focus on that, because I think that has a bunch of even hues and shades that people take for granted, or people can't even handle themselves. Like, because I was a kid who stared at the sun, 100%. So like lightness and like I see like colors. If I look at like a light bulb or the sun or something.
Maybe that's the secret. Maybe that's what gave you the eye. Staring at the sun.
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding. Do not stare at the sun.
Yeah, I don't advise that.
Superhero origin story. Like, oh, and he stared at the sun.
Do you ever see any of those solar photographs?
Oh, yeah.
It's like the lunar through all the crazy infrared filters.
Astronomical photographers are, one, you need a budget for that.
Oh, yeah.
The equipment is crazy. But when you can get it, I think they're the most important people. Even the cameras on the satellites, even the way they take photos sometimes of just using light to get a photo.
Right.
Like, it's one, super technical. Like, I can't even comprehend it sometimes. But I like look up to them because I love space. And without them, I wouldn't even know like what the moon looks like.
Okay.
And be so fascinated with like solar eclipses and like asteroids and the aurora lights. Like, shout out those photographers. They ate this year.
I mean, let's say you get the call from Nat Geo and NASA.
I'll take Nat Geo, not NASA.
So you're not going to space.
Nah,
you're not going. You're not a part of the team that's going to Mars to document.
I will not be the first black person on anything at all. I'm okay. 100%.
I'm okay here.
Yep, I'm staying here. It's a lot of pressure right there.
Do you have a gallery show coming up January of 2026? What can you talk about?
Yeah, no, I got a show with another MCAD artist, George, and we're doing the show name is Chromophobia.
Oh.
And it's basically a play on like we're afraid of colors and stuff. So all of the works we do, because George is a painter, all the works we do will be a monochrome setting. So mine with black and white, and I'll have variations of my black and white photos in different collections and stuff like that. But George has also been painting like a madman, 100%. And yeah, their photos are amazing, or their paintings are amazing. To be honest,
what was the origin story? How did you meet them?
It was my first semester at MCAT. Like we just had a lot of the same classes, and George is a dope person, 110%, and an amazing painter. They do oil painting, and even like the first day they asked a question, was like, where can I paint where it's not, or where can I paint where the fumes won't like be a problem for anybody else? And then somebody was like, oh, but the fume, like, are you okay with the fumes? Because you could do it here. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. So,
I'm easy.
Yeah, like George is a unique prodigy of painting, I feel like. And I'm even excited to see what they're going to bring to the table of the show, 100%.
I mean, already I think a cross-medium collaboration, that's dope.
Yeah. I mean, George appreciates just a lot of different types of art, and they like gave me a bunch of like validation in art school, 100%. And coming from a painter who I appreciate painters just in general, like it was a very big compliment. So yeah, we just meshed together. We actually both interned this summer at the Plot Gallery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the Plot Gallery is dope. Shout out Ace and Khan, 100%. They're the owners of the Plot Gallery. And Ace actually, Ace is big in music, like 110%. Big, y'all, I'm gonna ask him to come over here.
That would be an honor.
You guys call me prolific. This man, he's been a manager for like, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk him up or anything. Ace has done his work, but you know the artist Jazzy?
I think so.
I
think so.
That's he says that's his sister right there. He's been a manager of her. He's been on the road or been in studios with Schoolboy Q.
Whoa.
Knows the TDE team. Knows like I was so mad. We met up after Playboy Cardi came here, and he was like, "Oh yeah, do you like Playboy Cardi?" I was like, "Yes." Like what? He's like, "You go to the show?" I was like, "Nah, like I'm not paying those tickets."
Right.
And he's like, "Oh yeah." His manager just hit me up. I forgot like who would want the tickets. Like I should have hit you up.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you tell me that? You didn't even need to tell me.
After the
like,
fact, right? Don't even tell me.
I was like, any other man, I'll go to any show, 100%. Like that type of like hospitality, 100%. I'll go to a bluegrass show.
Right.
Big facts, 100%. But no, Playboy Cardi, I definitely want to go. So yeah.
And just want to clarify, the gallery show in January is at the Plot Gallery.
Yeah,
okay, just want to make sure we got that.
And the Plot Gallery hosts like a bunch. Right now, I think Flan's work is up right now. Liberian artist, painter.
Yeah, and how long are the exhibits?
The exhibits are about a week or two long, but we're only going to do a weekend.
Or a weekend?
Yeah.
That's tight.
I kind of want to do like an event the first day, and then Saturday people could roll in, but kind of got to get the marketing skills rolling.
Well, definitely keep us posted. And listeners and people who are watching, stay posted. You can follow him on Instagram. Exactly. Go to the website.
Avery20Ga.
Search Google, exactly. The SEO is on point, baby.
Facts.
Exactly.
It definitely is, 100%. Spend some time on that.
This should not hurt your SEO.
Oh no! This will help.
Once this posts,
this one pops up first.
Hey,
because the last podcast I was on was the 10 takes.
Oh, tight.
Yeah, or actually, wait, no, not 10 takes.
10 takes.
I'm blanking. No, it's not 10 takes. We just both follow 10 takes. Dang, they're gonna get so mad at me. I just forgot their name. It's the Lights.
If you know, pop it in the comments.
Yeah, no, actually Google it. I forgot the name on purpose because you got to Google it and it'll pop
it'll
up.
Be the first thing to
and watch it.
So
besides
intriguing.
Besides search engine optimization, what are some things that you've had to pick up and learn that you didn't expect you'd have to do going down like an artistic path?
Right,
being nice to people, talking to people, man, dealing with immature models. Oh my gosh, man. I'm not your regular photographer. I don't deal with the crap. Don't hit me up about, exposure this. Like, I've been down that path. There's a lot of things I've just experienced once that a lot of photographers, especially out here, just experience on the daily and keep going with. And
it's just the way it is.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
You know the value of a minute. You know the value of $1.
110%. So a lot of people try to come with this arrogant, like, ego thing with me, and it doesn't work. I've worked on my professionalism. Shout out my sister, my manager, because she definitely is like, "No, take that down. Don't say that."
Gotta get the customer service.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah,
100%. I'm not sure. I'm good with hospitality in a job setting if somebody pays me, but if it's like I'm just doing my shoot or I'm shooting somewhere, whatever, and somebody comes up and says like, "Oh, take a photo of me." In my head, I'm thinking like, "How are you getting this photo?"
Yeah,
100%. Because one, you're probably not gonna pay me. Two, you probably aren't grabbing my information or anything. You're just gonna pose and then walk away,
right?
And then see me online if I posted your photo and be like, "Hey,
you posted it, right?
Hey, I need that. Send that to me." I'm like, here's the price." Right. Then you're mad at me, calling me all types of names, and I've restrained from retaliating and being petty.
That's sometimes.
Some people have some merch coming out on the way that I will be selling of their face, and I'm gonna sell it in China or something, so I can make the most bang of my buck. Cause Cameron, people should look up Cameron. The photo, the pink. He got the pink hat, the flip phone, and the pink jacket. He tried to use that and say it was his photo, but the photographer actually owns the photo.
Right.
Like any photographer who takes a photo, they own that. So like, think twice on a lot of times when people are like, "Oh yeah, take a photo of me," because you don't know what he's about to do with that photo.
Yeah.
And if you piss me off, I'm definitely selling it in China. 100%. You're gonna be on an Indonesian kid's t-shirt on something. 100%.
We only have about 2 minutes left of our time together. Kind of snowballing off of that piece of advice, what other advice would you have for maybe a photographer who has been a shutterbug on the iPhone, taking a lot of photos on the iPhone, maybe even turning it horizontally, and wants to maybe get a camera? Do you have any advice for anything to fuel their passion?
Get a camera. 100%. Everybody can be a photographer. It's just not everybody stays a photographer. So if you're really passionate about it, get a camera. It's going to be worth it. You can get a shoot here and there to like pay for it, 100%. But get a camera, start taking photos and printing them out. That's the big thing. Like a lot of people keep their stuff just on their phone or on the camera memory card, but print it out.
Make it tangible.
Yeah, put it in a frame. Like act like you're a professional, because being a professional photographer like takes that confidence. It's half confidence. Because a lot of people out here are technically a professional photographer, but they just don't like to call themselves that because they're like, "Oh, it's a hobby." But I'm like, if somebody paid you for it or is willing to pay you for it, take it. Like, do it. Because that photography gig might get you into something else that you love, and you can use the photography to get your foot in the door. Now, I probably won't call you a photographer, but it's a business. Like, make your money and stop being afraid. Like, do street photography, actually. That'll get you out of your comfort zone. Get yelled at some people. 100%. That'll help.
Oh my gosh. I hate to cut you off, but I just want to thank you so much again for sitting down with us, sitting down with fans, and continuing to inspire the creatives whose lives you touch. So thank you so much.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, keep what you're doing, the interviews, the photos,
the playlist.
Organizing the whole, keeping the scene going, man. I really appreciate your time.
Y'all too. Follow DogStar. Oh, we're out of time. Follow DogStar. 100%.
Thank you.
Bow wow.
Bow wow.